Hi there. Thanks for tuning in to the Frisco Chamber Candidate Forum. As you know, the Chamber has taken a much stronger position on governmental affairs issues and advocacy, and we're glad you're turning in. Really hope that you will go ahead and push this out and share it with your friends and your neighbors.
We want to say a special thank you to our sponsor, Atmos Energy. We also want to say a special thank you to all of our candidates who came out today to support the Chamber and also to support this forum. Remember, early voting starts on Monday, April 27th, and Election Day is on Saturday, May 9th. It's your voice, it's your vote. Make sure you use it. We will start at the end over here, and you have 2 minutes to do a self-introduction. Tony will once again time you.
Let me use my own timer too. Very good. Good morning. Thank you all for coming here. I like quotes, so I will start with a quote. And this is from John Dewey. He's a very popular thinker in 20th century. And he said this: education is not preparation for life. Education is life. It's beautiful. That's my story. That's my wife's story. I grew up in India. We come from a very moderate background. Our family used to make less than $3 a day. But my father was a teacher. He's a math teacher. He taught us 2 lessons. Number 1, respect education. Number 2, use money wisely. These 2 are my guiding principles every day, every moment. My name is Sri Kurapu. I am an engineer. I work in Texas Instruments, multi-billion-dollar company in this area. I've been working there for 17 plus years. We make calculators. Our kids use calculators. My wife is a doctor. She's serving the community. And I have 2 kids that go to Frisco schools. Frisco schools have done really well. It's grown both in size and quality thanks to everyone's effort. But what is my vision? Where do we go from here? I have strong belief that our kids have the potential to make this school district the best in the state. I have strong passion to make this school district best in the nation. I have strong experience to make this school district compete on the national stage. Think about it. Our kids will be competing with kids from India, kids from China, kids from everywhere on this planet. That's what is my goal. The skills that I bring respect to the education. I bring passion to give the best. I bring extensive experience in math, science, engineering, business to make our kids rise and shine on the global stage. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is John Clacy. I am running for place 6 in the Frisco ISD Board of Trustees, and for whatever grace of luck I got, I'm running unopposed, so thank you. It's been an honor serving the district for the last 10 months, and it'll be an honor serving in a new term as well. My family came here back in 2000. I'm a native of Richardson, but we stumbled upon Frisco without any homework being done. My wife, who worked in the district, my wife, Melanie, is sitting next to my mom, Barbara, who worked in the district for 10 years. And she pointed out a neighborhood to us that worked out for Melanie and I. We found a house we could afford, and we plopped down here. 5 years later, we had our first daughter, and we needed more space. By that time, we knew what we had stumbled upon, and so staying within Frisco ISD was priority number 1. We're a district of excellence. We offer a superior education product. We do so in a fiscally efficient manner. We have a tax rate that is lower than most of the districts around us. Something has gone on right here for a very long time, and there are many reasons for that. I'll yield the rest of my time to the other gentlemen who are opposed. I look forward to answering some of the questions, and my door is always open. Please email, please call. Never turn down an opportunity to meet. Thanks.
Thanks, John. First of all, I want to thank Tony and Shauna for putting this together. Thank you very much. My name is John Hoxie. I moved here 15 years ago with my lovely and dear gracious wife Julia, who's right in the back. We have 3 kids. All 3 of them graduated from Frisco High School, and all 3 of them went to, wait for it, Texas A&M. One of the most interesting things that happened to me when I first moved here is I met this gentleman named Dr. Pink, which I think there's a lot of people who remember Dr. Pink. He gave me probably the most unusual thing to do in my life. He says, "John, I need you to go get me a steam locomotive." You need me to do what? And so after a couple of years, myself and a gentleman, Ken Kreger, we actually went and found the steam locomotive that's out by Babe's Restaurant. We reconditioned that, repainted it, hand sanded it, and that's down there for the community to enjoy. So that was the first thing I did. While we were doing that, I was also asked by the city to serve on the Board of Adjustments, which is a pretty thankless job. But after 6 years, I was the chairman of the Board of Adjustments. I was then, after doing that, served on the board of the Community Development Corporation for 3 years, where I was the treasurer. And then finally, 6 years ago, I was elected to Frisco ISD, Place 7, which I serve today. I'm the current vice president of the school board. And just 2 years ago, I completed something called Leadership TASB, which is a leadership course from around the state. We get about 34 people together from different school boards, and we work on projects together, and it's a great organization. 15 seconds? 15 seconds. Well, I'll leave it at that. I spent 10 months on the Leadership TASB, and I met a lot of great people around the state. So thank you very much.
My name is Rajesh Singh, and I came to Frisco around 7-8 years back, basically. Married to wife Neetu Singh. I have 3 kids, 1 boy, 2 girls. Boys and one girl go to the Liberty High School, and daughter is in a pre-K right now. And my qualification is I'm a mechanical engineer with an MBA degree. What I have done in the past is I have been a product design manager for GE, General Electric, Maytag appliances, which is no more existing, bought by Whirlpool, and Train, which designed HVAC product. So I have designed a lot of stuff. I have done construction work too. After my 15 years of corporate world, I resigned. I developed my own business. Currently, I own 2 Montessori schools. I own a strip center, and I own apartment complexes. What I do is I take a dying business, turn them around, offer the quality education, like my Montessori school, quality education at a lower cost. Now, why I'm running for this election? I know the Frisco ISD is good. I want to go for better. And my child, when he was going in the school, science I can support him. Non-science, he was failing. In his class, 50% of the people dropped out from history AP, 50% of the people dropped out from Spanish AP. That is the fact of life. Tutoring, they offer one teacher, 15 kids. It's not going to work. My target is 1-to-1. How can we do it? We can be creative, we can do it. I want to offer a quality education. I want to offer the kids what they need. Science competition, we are failing miserably. We can't even compete locally, forget about state and national and international level. But we have the potential. We have the tools. Only thing is we need the energy and be passionate. I bring it. Please elect me. I'll turn it around.
Good morning. My name is Carlos Gallardo, and I'm running for Frisco School Board, Place 7. I'm one of the few candidates that's going to bring the whole person concept to this opportunity. First of all, I'm a senior human resources and recruitment executive, and so I understand the needs of people, both within the corporate world, with the government world, as well as in the military. I served proudly in the United States Air Force as an officer, and so I have those leadership skills that are going to go ahead and lend themselves to being on the Board of Trustees. I have 3 daughters here in Frisco schools, 2 in high school at Frisco High School, one's in orchestra, and one's in band. As a matter of fact, the Frisco High School Orchestra is now in Colorado on their spring concert tour. I would have joined them as a chaperone, but unfortunately I had to be here. I'm not sure which was the better deal. I was also served as a pit crew dad with the Frisco High School band. Basically I was a roadie, and I was kind of schlepping everything from props and instruments and that sort of thing. I've been involved with the Urban Forestry Board here in the city of Frisco. I've been involved in various committees, taken graduate of Leadership Frisco. As a matter of fact, I'm currently in a governor's appointee to the Texas Medical Board as a citizen member, serving the great state of Texas, representing the medical community as well as the citizens. But the bottom line is very, very simple. You know, I've been a 19-year resident of Frisco. I've seen a lot of change and growth. We do have good schools here. We need to continue to have good schools, but in order to do that, my priorities are very simple. We need to continue to ensure fiscal responsibility. We need to ensure district accountability, trustee accessibility. Right now, it's very difficult, with the exception of these type of forums, to access our trustees. And finally, we need to empower our teachers and our students to teach and to give them the opportunity to learn. I'm here to make a difference because I am the difference. My name is Carlos Gallardo. I'm running for school board, place 7. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Chad Rudy. I am a certified financial planner here with an office in Frisco, and I'm a long-term member of the Chamber of Commerce here. My wife, Amy, is here. Hello. We moved to Frisco for the schools. We have 3 daughters in the district. 2 are at Newman Elementary. 1 is at Stafford Middle School. Her being a former teacher, that was our primary reason for moving to this district. We wanted the excellence in education, and as Board of Trustees, that would be my top priority, to help maintain that excellence in education. Now, I checked these numbers at 9 a.m. this morning, and the district is growing so fast, so if you're going to fact check me, go by 9 a.m. We have 61 schools, 6,000 teachers, a greater than $500 million annual budget, $1.4 million in debt, and the responsibility to educate more than 50,000 students. A Board of Trustees has a tremendous responsibility. I feel that I am uniquely positioned in this race for 3 reasons. 1, I have a broad and diverse business background. Prior to a financial advisor career, I worked for large Fortune 100 companies, Exxon and Compaq. I started my own business that served for 8 years and had clients in every major market in Texas. The second main differentiator is I have proven leadership within our community. My neighbors have elected me 3 times as our HOA treasurer. I've been elected twice for the Frisco Sunrise Rotary president. I've been elected 3 times as co-president of the Frisco Air Republican Club. I'm a graduate of the Chamber's Leadership Frisco program, and I'm also serve on the advisory council for Leadership Frisco. The third is, and this is what I take great pride in, 7 elected officials have endorsed me in this race, and that includes 5 that are on city council right now. We only have just a few minutes today to share as much as we can about us and our race. I invite you to my website at chadrudy.com. There you can find a link to the Dallas Morning News Voters Guide. I'm confident once you have a chance to compare us in the race, I'll earn your support.
Okay, and again, we have quite a few questions, so let's not applaud until the very end with them, now that we've given them all our encouragement and support here. So, again, you can do this at your own choosing of which order you want to go in, and if you want to answer it or not answer it. So, 1-minute answers. Will you abolish STAR tests? These are audience questions, so this is obviously concerns of the audience, so will you abolish STAR tests?
I will not abolish STAR test. STAR test is a very base level test, If we are failing that, then we should not call ourselves as a quality school system, you know. We are failing miserably. So that's a very base level. I'm telling you, very base level, what you call education you need to have. STAR test is very easy test. That means what? I have to offer some, if somebody is failing, I need to support that child. I need to bring that child to a level that he passes by providing them various tools. Various tools being today, the way to offer education is teacher teaching the child, child reading the book, and internet-based what you call videos. Those 3 things. We miss on most of the things at various levels. If you go and look at the quality of videos we have for physics, SHM, simple harmonic motion, there is no videos. And videos for future things is blocked out. So what I'm saying is we can support the kids, they should face the STAR test.
I'm just going to say really quickly, the STAR test is a mandate from the state of Texas. It's not something that we can just do away with. So If you want local control, then the folks in Austin need to give us local control so we can change things like this.
Yes, we got to be practical, right? I think there are some things, as John pointed out, it's not in our control, right? But what's our vision? We want our kids to compete on the global stage. I got a lot of input from parents. Our agenda is to seek the input from every citizen in the district. And few people said is, we are focusing so much on the STAR tests, but we are not doing very well at SAT tests. That's national tests. So my kid is in 7th grade. He takes whole day off just preparing for STAR test. He goes to the library just the day before, so he can keep him engaged on the test. And it takes 4 hours, but that's not adding to even national competency. Forget about competing with kids in other countries. So before abolishing, first we need to be practical if we can do it. But more importantly, we need to look for what alternatives, what tests we can actually add at our local board level to really test our kids' capability at the global stage. Thank you.
Very quickly, I think we need to get rid of STARS. And we do have the control. We're voters. We vote for the Board of Education. We vote for our legislators down in Austin. STARS has lost its way. I mean, we've gotten to the point where teachers teach STARS testing to prepare their students, rather than focusing on the 3 R's as we used to know them. We need to be able to focus on teaching our kids and prepare them for the future. This kind of also smacks in the face of what's going down in Austin with the legislature's trying to maintain control of our educational process. What we need to do, keep control locally. We don't need it to be dictated by Austin, and as a result, STARS has to be one of those that needs to go away. We need to prepare our children. We need to teach our children at the levels that they're at, because we're going to have some gifted children, we're going to have a lot of children in the middle, and we're going to have some with challenges. We need to address each one of those children's needs, and we've got to do it here at the local level. Thank you.
Briefly, okay. There does need to be a meaningful form of assessment for our students. High-stakes testing like the STAR is receiving a lot of pushback from a lot of parents, and for legitimate reasons. There are kids that have high anxiety about these tests because of what they're told the ramifications may be for them. Meaningful form of assessment, yes. I'm committed to working with our legislators because the buck does stop with them. We implement that state mandate, and we can work with them in order to change it.
I tried to jump up first, now I know why. It pretty much covered everything. It is the hot topic right now. It's been the hot topic in our house because our children are deep in the STAR test, or wrapping them up now. I would do everything I can to make sure that we are assessing the children at the appropriate level. It is primarily from the state. We work through the state legislation to make sure we do have the proper assessment test, and maybe the STAR test is not that answer, but I will work just like everyone else said here to make sure we do have the right programs in place. So.
Okay, I have several questions that address this issue, and you have 1 minute, and I'm going to try to put them all in one question. So, be creative. Do you support vouchers? And the voucher issue is playing big in the Texas State Legislature right now. How do you think vouchers impact FISD's ability to handle decrease in state funding with the increase of students in FISD?
All right, I'll go first this time. I am a conservative, and vouchers really have a tremendous concern for me in trying to implement that at the FISD level. Well, from a state level, we're looking at about $100 million of funding that we could be directly impacted, which would roll down to our district. Well, with the voucher program, we're going to start taking our money, the taxpayers' money, and really subsidizing the private school industry. I feel like anything that we do that is negatively impacting what our students and our market in FISD, which we are already delivering a tremendous product. I think before we'd implement or experiment with a voucher program in our city, I would do everything to protect what we're doing. I'd encourage other districts to come here and learn how we're doing it, how we're delivering an exceptional product at a very low cost. So I do not support vouchers. I'm running for FISD Board of Trustees. My interest is sustaining this excellent educational experience. So.
I went to public schools in India. That's one reason why I'm here today. I'm against the vouchers, and here is why. You can always take a group of kids and make them successful. The real challenge is to make every kid successful. That's a challenge. And the FISD has a very good motto, know every child in the name. That's beautiful, right? But you can implement that for 10 kids, 100 kids, but to implement every kid is a challenge. So I would put all the resources that are available into the public schools, serve the community, serve every kid, not a group of kids. Thank you.
So vouchers, an interesting topic. So what is it that confuses people? Is it the smoke or is it the mirrors, right? Vouchers, if you take a look at it, people say, we want to help poor kids in the inner city, right? So how magnanimous of the state legislators to give them $7,000 vouchers, only to find out that the schools, the private schools that they can go to, at a minimum cost $7,000 or $14,000 all the way up to $28,000. What are these folks supposed to do with the voucher for $7,000? So again, I say vouchers. What are they trying to solve? And what really is going on here? Are you confused by the smoke or the mirrors?
My personal opinion is I will not support voucher because it generates confusion, you know. We have an excellent FISD system. When I say excellent, we have excellent building. We have a system in place. You need to develop that system and provide education to the child and provide an excellent education to the child. Bring this school system to a level that everybody enjoys, everybody gets quality education, everybody is successful in education field, whoever comes to that temple of education, you know. So, and under that circumstances, I don't think the need for voucher will exist. Voucher is for some other district where they are failing, they cannot sustain it, they don't have an idea, or whatever, I don't know. That system will work for that school. Here, it's a lovely system, we need to just make it, improve it, and then take it to the next level, compete at the local level, state level, and international level. We have to offer that kind of support, you know. And we have things here, we just need to come up with a creative idea and basically implement it, you know. And I have those ideas, I will implement it.
Go ahead, John.
I agree with all of these gentlemen so far. I take it just a bit further. If you give a voucher and allow it to be used at a private school, I think that the market will demand that tuition rises at a lot of private schools, making it even less attainable. I think Frisco would probably be a net gainer of students in a blanket voucher system across the state. We already have a challenge in front of us with giving enough seats to the students that organically live here. Would we be able to accommodate those students that might come here with a voucher? Would the community support us in the additional building needs? Those are good questions, and it's not a very simple answer.
Well, I think what it boils down to is choice, okay? As taxpayers, do we have the choice of what kind of education that our kids are going to have? You know, right now, we are very fortunate here in Frisco that we've got excellent schools and we have excellent teachers that are providing quality education for our kids. But there are other school districts around the state that don't have that opportunity. And so do I believe in that choice? Absolutely. The choice needs to rest with the taxpayer. Now, if we have issues within Frisco itself, we obviously address them with our administrators, we address them with our school teachers. But the bottom line is choice. Do we have the choice as taxpayers to be able to select where we want our kids to go to school? Or are we bound by other people's choices to make that decision? And the bottom line is education. Education for our kids, prepare them for the future, and we need to have, as a taxpayer, the choice to be able to do that. Again, we're very fortunate that Frisco has excellent schools. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. You can all take your seats, and if our city council candidates can join us up here, please. But don't go away, because there's still plenty of questions that I have over here in the stack for